Video shows Israel settlers started West Bank fires, contradicting army statement.
Here's a summary of the article.
Israeli human rights organization B'Tselem has released a video showing illegal Israeli settlers setting fire to fields in the occupied West Bank, contradicting the Israeli army's claim that the blaze was started by Palestinians. Illegal Israeli settlers from the nearby settlement of Yitzhar had attacked Palestinians from these villages, with both groups subsequently blaming the other for causing the fires which followed. Contradicting the Israeli army's claim of Palestinian culpability, video footage released by B'Tselem showed 2 Israeli settlers, one of them armed with a Tavor assault rifle, entering grasslands, crouching down and walking away. Moments later, flames can be seen in the area where they'd been standing, the Times of Israel reported. Although the Israeli army today issued a new statement saying several fires were set and quickly spread and that, in addition to the fires, some 20 settlers went down to the outskirts of Asira al-Qiblia and began throwing rocks, it did not admit its attempts to cover up the settlers' attacks. The Israeli army also refused to comment on why no settlers had been arrested for the arson. Red, Israel settlers and military intensify attacks against Palestinian shepherds. This is not the first time the Israeli army has been found to have covered up settler attacks against Palestinians in the occupied West Bank.
This post received a score of 40,238, with an upvote ratio of 84%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
At least there was an Israeli article to back it up with. The exact same thing happened in the Louis Theroux doc he did on the settlers. Edit, link here.
Link, wouldn't mind watching.
And there's nothing you or the world can do about it. Jesus. These fuckers have zero self-awareness. Imagine being so concerned about the "my land" argument that you ignore the people that are already there. There is nothing I can do about it since so many of our political leaders are on the pad for Israel. The pro-Israel lobby's contributions reach a majority of U.S. politicians. In 2018, it spent money on 269 representatives and 57 senators' campaigns, and gave to Democrats at a 2-to-1 ratio and #X200B. Opening square bracket.
Is anyone still surprised by this?
No, but still deeply morally indignified by it.
It's gotten to the point where I am no longer sure who to be more angry with, the Israeli government for doing this shit or my own, the Netherlands, and by extension the EU, NATO etc., for not doing anything to stop it.
How about my government, US, giving Israel a blank check to do anything they want, good or bad? That's infuriating.
Indeed. The EU isn't doing anything, but the main reason for that is that we don't want to spite the US. Sure, but at some point acting cowardly because of cowardness ain't an excuse anymore. Speaking as an EU citizen, EU is supposed to allow us, together, to stand for our idea, and wait in the world FFS. If at the end of the day we're still hiding by fear of US, China, Russia reaction, what's the point?
But you don't want to be called an anti-Semite, do you? Just send Ireland out in first. That shit bounces off them. Teflon Celts.
There's a reason the Israeli embassy in Dublin is so aggressive. Ireland doesn't see criticism of Israel as being anti-Semitic. Ireland supports Palestinians in the same way we were against apartheid. Edit. Israel not Israel.
I'm disappointed that apartheid does get brought up more in the discussion of Israel-Palestine.
Why is the IDF lying for illegal settlers?
The army turns up and protects settlers as they burn out Palestinian farmers. The army turns up and guards as the vanguard squats. The army is there while they build a settlement on a hilltop. The army is there while those settlers force neighboring Palestinians off the land. That's what I never understood. Why is BDS somehow anti-Semitic? All it says is, we believe Israel is violating international law, which they are, and violating the sovereignty of the Palestinian people, which they are, and we will use our money to tell Israel we don't support those behaviors. Somehow that gets reduced to, oh, you just hate Jews.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.